Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Ready to Love Last Resort. So, Alex and Brian were discussing how her friend was gonna come and grill him, and Jay and Simone had a moment where they were talking, and you know that she, apologized for what she did, which was dropping a dime on him. And so, he said he forgives her, so I was like, okay, whatever. Naya's cousin, Kiki came through and she was talking to Chris and she was like, look, I'm just going to give it to you straight. I'm going to ask you all these hard hitting questions, so you better come with it. So everything was going fine until the question of finances came up. And his response to how the household will be handled was, well, I mean, we going to split the mortgage and we basically going to split just about everything. Oh my gosh. Everything shifted when she said that. I was like, Lord have mercy. Woo, child. It was really chilly in there. I was like, woo, child. Somebody please. He legit said that he would fill in the gaps. Basically, whatever she don't do, he'll just come in and just sprinkle in where he's needed. And it's like, what? What is we talking about? But yeah, eventually he could feel how the energy shifted and he excused himself. And so she was just like, But yeah, yeah, we know what his job is. So is that his only job? Because a lot of disc jockeys, they do that because that's like a 4 hour, window in most cases, right? I know back in the day, a lot of the ones that I knew in my city, it was just a 4 hour window. They did other little stuff too. Wasn't just that paycheck. So I'm just like, you ain't got no other side hustle or nothing? Like, in all honesty, that's the side hustle. You ain't got no like job that pays the bills for real. Like, and I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being serious because, like I said, I know people who were DJs and that was basically their side hustle, and they had something that was bringing in a salary, So I'm just like, okay, what is going on? But he was like, well, how, we get paid. We don't get paid like that. I'm there because I'm passionate about the work I do. And I'm just like, whew, okay. All right. But anyway, Brian met up with Alex's friend, Tanisha. And so the topic of cheating came up and wanted to know if he'd ever cheated, and you could tell that he has, and I was just like, Lord. But yeah, the conversation went how it went. It was kind of iffy for me. And whenever he did leave, they talked, and her friend was like, I can tell you like him or whatever, but I could tell also that you have your guard up. So I don't know if he really is going to be the right one for you. So I was like, dang. She said, I feel like you're forcing it. I was like, woo. So yeah. Joy and Chris, because y'all know Joy and Chris, they knew each other before this show. They're friends, they cool, but they ain't trying to date each other. They talked and he let her know what happened when the meeting of the friend slash, is this a cousin? Cousin? Yeah, because that's her cousin. All that happened and what he said. And so it was like 2 or 3 other people who eventually joined, because I think Simone was there. Maybe Alex eventually joined too, I think. And they let him know that, yeah, the way that you went about it, it was not what you said in the moment. That wasn't what to say, especially if that's not how you feel. Like, and it's crazy because they kind of gave him a moment to kind of do over his answer. And instead of saying, you know what, how do you expect the finances to be broken down? He was just like, well, and he just said what he felt like she wanted to hear. And I'm like, but that's not reality though. Don't sit up here and say, well, I'm obviously the man. I would take care of everything. Don't say that if that ain't what you mean. Like, I'm not understand. I don't understand people who just say stuff just to make you think one thing when it's really something else. And I'm going to get into that very soon. And I'm wondering if y'all gonna be real with me in the comment section and let me know that that's what y'all see too. Hopefully that's coming up soon. That's coming up in the next like 3-4 minutes, I guess. So anyway, back to some, upbeat stuff. Joy was in her confessional looking good. From head to toe, her hair was everything. Her skin was everything. Girl, please share the secrets. Girl, the masking is killing me. Please tell me the secrets. So anyway, Joy and Winter ended up meeting up with Jay and Edwin with their friends so that they could, do their interrogation. And, with their situation, they like the same men, the men like them. And so it makes sense for them to have a double date / interrogation of sorts. And yeah. I was not here for how when Jay felt that it was over, he was like, well, I'm going to let the women have their talk. I was like, what? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Like, he had these moments where for me, I just be like, something about him when he said certain things, I'm just looking at him sideways. But yeah, we're gonna get into that later because it was all right, but So Nia went to go and talk to Edwin. She's hot off of how everything happened with Chris, so she's hot off of that, and she's done. So she wanted to approach him, see what he had going on, because y'all know they had like a little connection before, and she wanted to know like how he would respond. And so, of course, Edwin said, I'm a provider. I'm going to handle everything. My woman shouldn't have to deal with none of this stuff. I'm taking care of everything. So she was like, well, within 5 minutes, he put my mind at ease. Because y'all know she's trying to procreate. She's had trouble carrying. She's had several miscarriages. And she does not want to be left stuck, looking crazy, having a baby, or becoming pregnant. Either way, it's going to end up being very pricey, but she going to be the one doing everything. Like, she was just like, no, what we not finna do is that. I want to have my mind at ease. That's the last thing I need on my plate is to be stressed out. It's already hard for me to carry. I ain't got time for this. So yeah, she started rubbing his neck and she gave him a scalp massage and then a kiss ensued. I was just like, y'all taking me too fast. I was like, what is going on? But yeah, so it went in the house and they showed Nia and Chris talking, and like everything was going on in the background, and he was trying to I feel like he was embarrassed, so he was kind of trying to whisper so wouldn't nobody really hear what he was talking about. And it was really chilly in there. It got so chilly. It was so chilly in there. Like, there was no vibe. She wasn't really trying to hit him like that. Like, she looking at you like, you already told me how you get down, so I ain't really trying to hear nothing you got to say no more. Like, you are not the one. Bye. Adriana's best friend, Morgan, came and was talking to Rashid, asked about his child and, what happened with the last relationship, why it ended. He said it was communication and how he basically was being secretive and didn't include her in what was going on, and she just had to figure out what was going on. He was just moving in silence, so to speak, or whatever. And he talking about the way he would change it now is that he would let it be very inclusive. And I was just like, okay. To me, the way that he went about all of this, it came off like he was interviewing for a job with a prepared speech with what to say. He was like, okay, if they say this to me, I know more than likely they're going to say this to me. So this is the way I need to word it. This is the way I need to say it. Now, to be realistic, when it comes to dating and relationships, it kind of can be like a job application / a job interview. But I feel like the way that you are coming off should seem genuine. To me, it didn't seem genuine. It really seemed like he was just trying to say all the right things. I'm just saying, that's just what it came off to me. Whether it really was him being genuine or not, I don't know, but it just did not come off as genuine to me. And that has nothing to do with what I've said about him in the past. I will give anybody they do, even if it's somebody that I don't care for or I ain't here for in whatever capacity, for whatever reason. But it didn't come off as authentic to me. It really just came off like, let me just say what I gotta say in order to win her friend over. And then that'll help me be further in the door. So it is what it is. So Denise ended up inviting Anthony and Calfani out to meet her friend, Tracy. Wait a minute. Is that her? Terry. Because I was trying to think of how she had it spelled. I think it's T-E-R-E. Terry. Sorry. But yeah, and to me, anytime a question was asked, Calfani's response seemed a whole lot more refined. It seemed like he wasn't nervous. It seemed like he knew exactly what he wanted. Now, I'm not sure if he's just one of those people who they could sell ice and all of that to people who live in icy environments and water to fish. And, you know, I don't know. He might be a good salesman. Not sure. But he had very convincing responses to everything. Like every time he responded, I was like, okay, then set it off. So, you know, he seemed genuine to me. But yeah, I was like, okay. I don't think Anthony is gonna stand a chance, but he here for right now. So the ladies ended up meeting up with Tommy, and I'd actually forgotten because, like I told y'all before, I don't understand why Simone is here. I don't feel like she's gonna be there at the end. If she is, I'll be shocked. But her best friend was supposed to come. She couldn't make it because she had to take her small child, her baby, to the emergency room. So then we move on to Winter. Winter's friend didn't see it for either one of them, who was Edwin and Jay. Didn't see it for either one of them, but Joy's friend liked Edwin, so that's good because Joy likes Edwin a lot. Denise's friend Terry is here for Calfani. Adriana's best friend likes Rashid. And Naya said that she ain't never been gung-ho about nobody. Because Tommy was like, what you mean? What you talking about? You was all gung-ho. And she cut him off with the quickness. I ain't never been gung-ho for nobody up here. I was like, oh my. But yeah, she said she ain't here for him and what he talking about. And she was just like, look, I'm here for Edwin. Know what y'all talking about up here. Alex's friend likes Jay, but she doesn't know if it's infatuation. She don't know what's going on, but she can tell her guard is up. And so she's going to have to figure out if it's infatuation or what. Y'all, the bottom two this week were Chris and Brian. And after all was said and done, Chris is the one who had to go home. I didn't think he was going to last very long. And the main thing that messed him up essentially was that he had no connection with anybody else. When he found that connection that he thought he had with Naya, that was just the end of it. He was just only talking to her, and that was it. Like, you can't just have one egg in the basket. Come on now, you can't just have one iron in the fire when you're dealing with something like this. So yeah, he had to go home, y'all. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this recap review. Thank you so much for tuning in to my little channel. Please like this video and let's talk down in the comment section. I hope y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all later on. Bye.